So, precisely 1 month and 1 week ago, I embarked on this challenge 6 months to change my life because I was tired of
So
being the
this
normal
is
me.
an update
I wanted
on my
something
six
more.
months
So, I
challenge to change
carefully
my life.
itemized some goals I will be working on within the 6 months. And hopefully, at the end of the 6 months, I will be a better person and, of course, a better version of myself. So I wrote out those goals and I promised at the beginning of my challenge, I'm going to be sharing my journey so far. So this is me keeping up to the promise I made and showing up to tell you how far I have gone. So quickly, we're going to be reviewing the areas I itemized, including my productivity, be more intentional about my prayer life, social media, becoming more active on my social media, reading more often, working on my finances. I wanted to have a more stable source of income. Then talking about fitness, learning new skills, and of course, business and health. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Chika. I'm going to be sharing my journey so far, what I have been able to accomplish, and the second part is going to be about the areas I'm going to be focusing on this month. Now, I've discovered that because what I worked out was quite large, there were about 15 areas to focus on for the 6 months. I struggled a lot trying to keep up. So, if you're thinking of backing on this challenge, advice to you is to make sure that it's not cumbersome and it's not bothersome. It should be something that you should pay attention to the areas, like the most important areas you would love to work on. Assuming you want to go into having a good body, fitness, finances, your health, becoming more financially stable, family. So for this month, I've itemized some areas I'm going to be working on instead of being focusing on the whole goals. So I'm going to working on the areas I feel I didn't have enough time to concentrate on for the past few weeks. So let's go. I have everything written here in the review. So I told myself I was going to working on my productivity, wake up time. I said I was going to waking up by 5 a.m. And the good thing about it is I now wake up 4 a.m. That's 1 hour prior to the time I said I was going to be waking up. So I really don't even use because right here I said I was going to be using alarms to wake up. That's setting my alarm by 5 a.m. Right now, I don't really set my alarms by at 5. It's just an habit. I was going to be minimizing the time I spend on social media. As at the last video I made, I said I was going to be working it up to 4 hours. But right now, I spend 5 hours on social media, and it's quite justifiable because I create content. I create content almost every single day. Like when I'm doing my job, I create content. In the house, I create content. When I'm cooking, when I'm working out, I create content. So I create content almost round the clock, and that makes it up to 5 hours. So I said I was also going to be limiting the time I was going to be spending on my TV. I was going to be limiting my watch time on TV and online. Now, for the TV aspect, I currently don't even spend time watching TV. So, if I'm watching TV in a day, I think in a week I can spend about 4 hours in total on the TV in a week. Meaning, in a day, I spend not up to 1 hour watching TV. In short, if the movie is above 1 hour, if it's beyond 1 hour, you wouldn't even see me watching it. Like, I would virtually trip off and I would say my productivity level towards wake up time and online has been quite tremendously good. Yeah, it has been good. So I'll move on to my quiet time. Now, quiet time was I told myself I was gonna be more intentional when it comes to my prayer life. And the good thing about it is it's actually working. It's working because waking up by 4 gives me enough time to pray and study. Now, when I wake up by 4, even if I had some little activities to do, or I'm not fully up, or maybe I'm not like fully active or out of my bed, when it's 4:30 or before 5, I find myself already in my study room studying and praying, which is a very good one. I'm so happy to be achieving that because this is something I normally do. I used to have a prayer time 8 p.m. Like people know that in school, right? In university, once it's 8 p.m., even if I was outside, I just maybe excuse myself, go to a corner and just say a short prayer. And it really has been a habit then, which actually stopped later on when I finished school. And now I'm trying to revive that habit and even go longer, and it's actually working. So I'm happy that I've done that. And I said I was going to read a book every month, and I am currently and almost done this book, and hopefully this new month I should be dealing on another book. So I said I was going to be spending 30 minutes listening to songs and praises, and it's been working. Like I currently spend time not only praying but also singing and also praising. Moving on to finances. How has my finances been? I said I was going to be improving and becoming more consistent in making about 500K in a month, not less than 500K in a month. I said I was going to be investing. So I was going to be working on my job, my career, my business. I was going to be setting up a business. I said I was going to be more consistent in my content. Now, have I been able to make 400 to 500K in a month consistently? I would say no. And prior to this video, if you haven't watched my previous video, you may actually be lost. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, you may actually be lost. You may actually be unable to comprehend what I'm talking about. So prior to this day, I said I was going to be learning a skill. I was going to be learning a skill in makeup. The reason why I said I was going to be doing makeup classes was I just wanted something better. I wanted to improve my look, improve the way I make up. And so I wanted to just be better in makeup. So it's more like learning how to do makeup for myself. So right now, the good news is that I'm done with my training, or I am currently in the practical stage whereby I have to book models. So imagine me paying that to another person, not one, not two, booking different models because I have to do different faces just to get my hands stronger. So it's to different complexions and skin type. So I currently am in the practical stage, like I said, and I'm not doing bad at all. I'm so happy that I've gotten to this level. And at this level, I can actually leverage on other things. I can actually spend my time now doing my job. And it's kind of, my job is kind of flexible. It gives me time to leverage on other things that are also important. So I said I was going to be doing UGC content. Haven't even spent time trying to study how it works. Investments and savings, most of my money has gone into buying makeup products. Like I can't even explain how much or how expensive makeup products are. To get a good powder or a good foundation, you should be adding your dots. Like you should be thinking of spending close to 30 something to 20 something thousand just for two products or three products. Three product save is if you're buying maybe the ones that are not too, high end, you're buying just product that at least are okay to start with. But if you're talking about an high end product, you see something very tiny. Like I checked a MAC pencil, like MAC pencil liner. I'm seeing 48,000 naira for just one pencil that looks very small. So that is how expensive these products are. And learning, I need my products, I need my things to be with me. All these things require finances. They require serious finances. I decided to focus more on getting. I also said for my finances, I was going to have a business. Was it 2 weeks ago or last week? I was beating myself up. I said, I have range. I told myself that this is what I'm going to achieve. But I'm here like that I don't like because I come up with a lot of ideas. And a thought just came into my mind. I was like, really? So I have a business and I did not know that I have a business. Sometimes you're working yourself all up and counting those things that you don't have undermining what you have. So you now I started this my makeup page, which you'll be seeing on the screen. In case you're not following me, please kindly follow my page on Instagram, and it's also on TikTok. And that page is my page. It's a business page. That's my brand. I'm so happy to announce to you that this lady sitting here, right here, has a business going on right now. So I was going working on my fitness, and I've not really been too consistent when it comes to fitness, but at least I've been showing up. I've been showing up twice in a week in the gym and have been doing some house workout, following Lily Sabri. I currently love her challenges because the challenges are not too long. Like, I don't want something that is too long that will just make me give up. I just want those short challenges. And she does 14 days challenge, she does 7 days challenge, she does 10 days challenge, depending on what you want to work on. Like I said, I was going to be maintaining 75 kg, and good to announce to you, I'm currently weighing 74. So I'm still within the range of 73 to 74, and I haven't added to 75. And I haven't added up to 75 kg, which is equally nice. Social media, I said I was going to be increasing my subscribers on my platforms. I won't lie, my subscribers growth has been very, very low. So if you're watching this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. So I said I was going to grow my page, my TikTok from 19.8 to 35k. My TikTok is still on 19.8, and my YouTube from 112 to 10k. Okay, I grew my YouTube. Currently, my YouTube is on 131 subscribers, and I said I was going to make it to 10k. But all these ones has a time frame. It wasn't now. It was at the end of the 6 months. So I'm currently crawling, but I hope I'm going to, get to that. I hope, and I know I'm going to get to that before the end of the 6 months. Yes, before the end of the 6 months. So I said I was going to post into content on TikTok and YouTube weekly. Last week I wasn't really too active last week, but I still tried. I posted one content on my shorts. And I want to say that my short has currently been doing very, very well. Before, I used to have 200 views, 600 views, 500 views, 900 views. But I'm happy to announce that my last video before this one has 3.1k views within the space of 6 days. And this one I just posted is currently having 1.7k views within the space of 1 day. So I see that my shorts are doing tremendously well. Like, most of the views I've been having now for the past few months has been from 900 to 1.1 to 2, 3k, and now 1.8k views, which is not even up to 2 days. So I think there's a growth there. So let's move to organization, cleaning, organizing my things, which I shared in my last video. There have been a lot of changes. I'm not gonna lie. Clothes, arrangements, cleaning up, and everything. There's been lots of improvement. The only thing left is fixing my wardrobe and getting those sets of kitchen items I said I was going to get. So I don't want this video to be long, so I'm quickly going to run through the rest. So the other one is going to be health and nutrition. I said I was going to be cooking varieties of food and, making more of vegetables, fruits, and avoiding junk food. And you're currently going to see the update on my shorts. Yeah, I currently have been making lots of different dishes. I try kind of. So in terms of health and nutrition, I have worked a whole lot on that. And I said I used to be fond of buying Coke and drinking Coke a lot. In place of Coke, I take yogurt and also tiger nut, which really cuts my habit on consumption of Coke to a drastic or a barest minimum. Is a good one. So I said skill acquisition. I said I was going to be learning makeup, and like I said, we've gone very, very, very far in makeup. We are almost at the last phase, and I'm doing very well. I'm going to be sharing the videos and the pictures of what I've achieved and the looks I've achieved so far. So let's go to reading. Reading hasn't been really consistent because I said I was going to be reading at least 2 books in a month, and then I was going to be writing, I was going to be reading poems, and I was going to be reading about 2 poems in a week, which will sum up to about 10 poems, both long and short. I even said I was going to be writing poems. I said I was going to be reading poems. The reason why I talked about poems is because I just want to improve my creativity in terms of my spoken words, in terms of my thinking, in terms of my ability to create that, but I haven't really gotten that time. Writing has been poor because I haven't really been journaling. I said I was going to be journaling, I was going to be writing things. I was even going to be working on a book I was going to be releasing by the end of the 6 month challenge, but I haven't even had time to get the synopsis, get the chapters, get how the characters of the novel, get who and who plays which role, another aspect of the novel working on. So these are the things that I was supposed to have worked on for last month. Self-care. My self-care has been top notch. I have definitely taken more time. Unlike before, I got my product, I got my skincare products, right from my face wash to my toner to my serum to moisturizer and even SPF. So hobby learning Spanish language has been ongoing. Yeah, I'm still taking classes, though not consistently, but yes, I'm still learning my Spanish classes, and I take those classes on YouTube. I said I was going to be downloading the Duolingo app, but I haven't. I haven't even thought of downloading it because of the program I got on YouTube, which is very, very nice. Like, she is actually good. So I don't really see a reason downloading the Duolingo app till I'm done with that program. And it's about 4 hours. So we've gotten to the second and the final part of this video. These are the goals for this month. Fitness. For fitness, I'm going to be more intentional when it comes to my fitness, when it comes to my exercise. So I should be working out at least 3 times in a week. The next is finances. Now I said have learned a skill and I'm currently undergoing practical. So I assume that from this skill I should be able to add up to the income I already have on receiving on my other jobs. So I'm going to be leveraging on this skill. Now, the next challenge I'm going to be adding up to the one I'm currently doing now is to be more consistent in posting, in making videos. Now, my videos don't have to be top notch. Like, you're going to be seeing for the next 7 days, you're going to be seeing, I am not concerned now about the beauty or the aesthetics of my video. I'm going to be posting it. No matter how raw it is, I'm going to be posting it. And I've heard from successful YouTubers that it's not a matter of the quality but the quantity. Now, when you keep posting over time, you get to know your strength and your weakness, and you definitely improve on your editing skills. It's going to be tied to 7 days of consistent showing up. The next is journaling, and that's going to be the last. And for my journaling, I said I was going to be writing 2 poems this month on Philly. Also, I'm going to be looking at journaling, writing at least 3 to 4 times in a week. And the days I'm going to be looking at is Mondays, because Monday is like the beginning of the week. Same thing with Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for journaling. For reading, I was going to be reading just one book. The title is going to be The Confident Woman. So I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.